obviously a couple of teams really, and I mean, early on in a series, you look for those confidence boosts, and for Tactical 8, that's got to be a big one. That
Oh,
I know Steezy very well. He's not the type of person to be happy with underperformance, so that's a huge bonus for Tactical 8.
yeah, Steezy's always been one. He just always tries to push to be like the best version of himself, so to speak. He's very, outgoing guy, very bright dude, but he does not like when they don't do well. I'm sure it weighs on him. And again, to start that way is great. I love Steezy. I really hope that Tactical Hate can actually pull something out this group stage in this grand finals. It's been kind of hard to root for them. You know what I mean? It's and that's not a slight. It's just they haven't really had the best showings the last couple PCSs. So I'm hoping this is the turnaround for them.
Yeah, as we get into game number 2 here, pretty standard playing, a little bit further to the south than maybe some teams like, but again, anybody going towards George is going to have an early opportunity and then get the benefit of time. And my eyes are just immediately going towards Shelter. Just immediately
that's exactly
towards Shelter.
What I was about to say. Yep, Liberate and Clueless again contesting. And to be fair, there really wasn't a clear winner in the last game. I think from what I understand, Poro let us know that I think Liberate was, Team Clueless was actually winning most of the exchanges. So we'll see. That last game, I mean, both teams kind of pulled off, but yeah, you can tell there's.
Oh no!
Oh no, Nick, he's good. He made it.
Yeah,
he made it.
I was gonna say that the worst situation there would have been he gets a micro Uzi or something at the shack. That's always the best one to see. You win the vehicle drop, but then somebody gets
someone comes out
a P92. It's always a really crap gun. It's never like
an
AK in the shack.
But it always is the thing that gets you. It's really rude when someone brings a gun to a car fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
just not on. It's not on.
That's happened to me. Oh, look at this circle. We haven't seen a Prim circle.
Okay, don't say that. Don't say that because I actually had a Prim ending last week in DreamHack. I'm not even joking. It ended in Prim, like pretty far down to the south. So don't go saying that unless you want one.
I'm just saying. In PCSN 8, we haven't seen one in a while. Do you not like Prim circles?
I mean, I hated the one I had to watch last week. I'm going to be honest.
We've actually
I actually like it. You know what? It's always nice to see it end somewhere random, and I don't think I've seen a Primorsk like it literally ended next to that flat top in the middle of Primorsk. So like you can imagine how crazy the circles were.
Prim fights are crazy. They're really crazy. There's so many angles there.
There was like 7 teams alive in Circle 7. It was fantastic.
Gravity is a team I'm actually looking at as well. I mean, these guys came out as the Challenger champs, and I'm really hoping they can make an impact here. I've always loved, considering I kind of came from that story, is the Challenger contender team coming up and really making a massive impact in PCS or NPL, whatever it was. So I'm really looking at Gravity. These guys have been together for a little bit. Some changes here or there, but I think this team definitely has what it takes to do well. We'll just have to see.
As Liberate actually not really wanting to pressure Clueless too much, and this time around they did get control of the compound as well as the gallery, museum, whatever you want to call it nowadays. I still call it the warehouse, but they do get themselves a free rotation. I mean, Sharu and NHS still looting inside Shelter, so unless the other 2 members get caught out on the dirt road, but elsewhere we've got Ascendants doing as their name suggests, going straight across the Gaka field here.
I actually really like that abbreviation they have. It's perfect.
Do you know, I actually really like the logo. It takes a lot for me to like a logo, but I actually like the Ascendants logo. Maybe just remove the text from it.
I think it's clean. No, I think it's super clean. I agree.
Get rid of the text. Just have that logo. It's a good logo.
I think it's a good logo as well. I like it. Hardshift's arguably not a big fan of the logo, to be completely honest. However, I do love the team. I don't think it's a bad logo. It's just I actually really like the cursive. It's classy. You know what? I'm gonna take that back. It's classy.
Okay.
I'm gonna take that back.
Whereas you have that absolute monstrosity that is the Sonics logo on the right side of your screen.
Oh, man.
Just offensive.
I find it ironic that we are talking about logos and potentially judging them, considering how badly judged Rumbler's logo was when I was playing.
That got some heat.
That
Some
got
heat
some-
when it was first revealed.
That's true. It was not the. It wasn't the pinnacle of logos. I'll say that. I liked it
where's-
though.
Wait, Rumblers are up Yasnaya. So and
Yeah.
it's updated now.
It's
Looks
updated.
a little
it's
cleaner.
fresh.
A
Yeah.
little cleaner.
I preferred the old one though. The one that Caden's dad drew for us. I really like that one.
I prefer the don't let. Do you remember the don't let
Don't
him
let
get
him
shit
get
logo?
shit with
that
the
was the
hands?
best logo. Yeah,
I found that stock photo on the internet. I don't even remember.
it's
where.
literally a Shutterstock photo.
Oh man, there you go. Behind the minds of some of the greatest logos, and it looks like Fabled actually. Rip is going to get a crate. What's in this bad boy? What do we have going on here?
He's not yoinked anything other than
He's
the
not
kit.
used. Ooh.
Oh come on,
Roto?
dude! You
And
had an
that's why.
AK.
Oh, tires are gone. Yep.
I don't think he actually managed to usurp the Groza out of the crate.
That's
either,
unfortunate because the
it
Groza
is.
is disgusting up close. In my
I mean,
opinion,
I'm
it's
pretty sure he had an AK. Why would he not
did.
swap the AK for the Groza?
I think
The
he
other
did.
guy, no, the other guy came in. I don't know who it was. The second member, was it Greg Shot that was with Rip there? No, it was Hacksetti. Hacksetti did get the
Hacksetti.
Groza. Okay, he
Did
called
he?
dibs. He called dibs. That's fair.
That's fair. Wait, did he get the Groza?
Yeah, I think I just saw it flash up on the.
Okay.
the
I mean,
equipment.
arguably the best item out of that was the. Oh wait, shots coming out from Rip. Not going to find anything on duel here as
This
they
is-
rotate pass.
This
Wait,
is a problem though,
Yeah, look at Hacksetti.
and the rest of Fabled are actually set up on the hill in front. So, ooh,
Oh, he hit a headshot.
Hacksetti actually, yeah, caught the headshot there on Penta on the way past, but Greg Shot, unfortunately, not in the position where they were going to pull up or drive past, but. Duel not stopping just yet. I do actually. They
are,
don't want.
yeah.
They don't want this smoke, but
They
Cherry
heard you.
seems to.
Yeah, they heard you. They're like, we're not stopping. Okay. Oh, in the window. Oh, anxiety. Holy.
Yeah, Cherry just getting caught on top of that picket fence on the way in. Now, actually, Wooly looking like he wants to get involved. Oh no, he's not.
Wooly's just destroying
that-
fences. He's going for the stats.
He's like, latest Cherry. Latest Cherry.
Shots coming out from Linksy. Can he hit it? I miss Linksy. I'm glad he's
I do.
back. I'm glad he's back. He's a good dude. Cherry's in so much trouble.
How is he allowed to cross
don't
back
know.
over there? I mean, all he's doing, he's really just giving up his vest at this point. But
He's also
mean,
giving
somebody-
information though. to be
somebody
fair.
from Duel needs to bail him out, though. I'm going to be honest, because you can see on the X-ray, 3-man of Fabled. They're playing to clear right now, and the fourth pulling up now in a UAZ. So all 4 of them now, they've identified Cherry is stuck out on an island here. I mean,
They've
is
also-
Cherry's vehicle still good?
I'm not sure, but they gave up the position in that window that was watching Cherry's cross, so they actually may have just lost track. Nice smokes though.
Okay, so the first time he was trying to get back to his vehicle.
Gotcha. Yeah.
That's what he was trying to cross over for. Right now, though, I want to see Cherry just pull out here. It's not worth messing with this. These buildings are notoriously difficult to fight between, especially if you're in a 1v4.
And it's phase 1. There's no reason for them to go
Yeah.
this hard. If this was, obviously phase 7, then sure. But yeah, I agree with you 100%. There's no reason for them to be here. At least to have Cherry that forward in a position where each team is taking one of the stacks.
Meanwhile, no other real overlaps elsewhere. Sonics have managed to spread themselves across, I guess, the central location, considering the water, if this one does go north. We did see a military circle bounce back earlier as well, if anybody was watching DreamHack, but hoping this one is going to bounce back to the north. Crazier things have happened.
Even still, I like this from Oath, to be completely honest. They're just going to wait this out. There's no reason for them to rush over to the other side. They can potentially backfill a team like Tactical 8 or PDS.
Yeah, I was going to say, though, looking at it, there's Duel up at the yellows, Fable to the north of them, 2 members of Pros Don't Snake at the gas station, and then Tactical 8 holding on to Glass
True.
House. This is...
However, they don't need to rotate immediately. I think
No.
if they wait, especially with this circle where they're still in, they can take their time. But yes,
Yeah.
this will pose a problem if the circle continues to favor around that Fairy Pier area, because then they're really not going to have a chance, because Duel's not going to move. Obviously, Pros Don't Snake T8 isn't going to move. But we'll see. I don't hate what they're doing.
And I guess now with that, Pros Don't Snake going to pull away from gas station. That's going to open up for Tactical 8 to move north a little bit.
Which in turn is going to give Oath the opportunity to potentially move up as well.
It's yeah, I mean, Oath are in a position to scout this, but You're absolutely right. They've got all the time in the world. They don't have to force
Yep.
the issue onto the north side of the bridge just yet. Elsewhere, we see Lost taking down Ripper, running into Ascendants. That was over by Chopsticks, and we know Ascendants were there pretty early on in the game, so
Yeah.
still pretty split to have two members up on the north side of Chopsticks. Veritas over on the
Arguably
Chinky
one of the
Hill.
strongest positions in this circle right here. Veritas. Yeah.
And again, we actually usually see Sonics here, and they're not. I don't know if they rotate a little bit further.
I think
to
they're
the,
a
you can
little.
actually see them on the X-ray
Yeah.
there on the west.
They're at the yellows on the dirt road right there, I think, or they're at the main compound at the end of the dirt road. I can't tell.
Two members of Liberate have got themselves into a sticky situation there. Potentially going to get themselves boxed in at the barn. And that's, again, you lose your vehicle there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're stuck there. That's your new home. That's where you live and die. Sonics, I think, actually looking at the map, I'm pretty sure they're quite more spread than we initially thought they were. Yeah.
Yeah, wow. Okay. So it's actually only Mime down at the yellows. H went out on the hill just to the southwest of the compound. Tiggleton and Shrimsy holding on to the
main
barn.
compound,
So,
yeah.
yeah, I mean, Mime's position is pretty big, actually, because they can help with the crash there. Kickstart giving Roth
Speaking
a
of
little,
crash.
Kickstart giving Roth a little love tap on the way past.
And Rumbler's holding this compound as well. The good thing about this is they get a lot of information. The bad news is even if they have that information, they still have to make a push onto the hill. Potentially, or they have to drive across this open field, which as you can see is not necessarily ideal, but McCoy is going to make that drive as he reconvenes with some of his teammates. And Sonics actually have a really nice little hold here on the circle. They're controlling their side of the hill. Obviously, Veritas is going to have control of the other side, but as well as the hill that I believe we see Quinn on right now. I mean, this is giving them a lot of information to work with.
It is, and Mime's position kind of playing out here solo in this split. This is a good late game compound to hold on to. If it comes back here, good access to the hill. And that's it. You know, if we ever see one of those field endings, which again,
I hope we don't.
We don't see often anymore. I mean,
Yeah.
do you remember there was a period of like
it was
18
all
months in
field
PUBG where
endings.
it's like that compound down to the south of that field just got fed.
It was that compound, and then there was like one or two shacks that constantly early game people would send it to in that field because I mean it was the only cover in the field. I remember getting very intimate with some hay barrels in that time.
Yeah, I knew it like the back of my hand.
Yeah, those fields. They're just rough, man, because you can't really play the way you want. I mean, even with like a nice sizable vehicle for it, if all four members like have like a US or something, I mean, it's still really tough because you get pinned down there.
Oh! Now, this is interesting because we all know where the next circle's going. It's got to bounce back away from the water. So Sonic's position, like I said, Mime, they're going to have a really nice edge to hold on to. That's a weird phrase to say out loud, but Jewel actually sending Linksy down into the field. And this is the setup I was talking about now. Yeah. Liberate, they got Baja and Ice Tech down at the barn. That's going to be tough to get them into a good spot there. The other two either at the edge of Pachinki, but we're going to see a lot of people try and wrap north here and try and get into somewhere on the east.
I just heard a massive collective sigh of all the teams that were on the outside of this circle.
Yep.
You know that this is going to be a bloodbath. Any team coming in, there's nothing to where Linksy is. That's a shack. Aside from that, there's a shack scattered out here and there. There is nothing else to play in this circle.
Linksy actually putting his ping to good use there. Get himself inside a shack and just stare at the level 2 helmet. Good. No desyncing for you
circle
today.
Is so disgusting, dude.
Oh, dude, the south road
so
towards
gross.
Primorsk. Look at the south road towards Primorsk. That is disgusting.
I laugh because I know what it's like to play these circles, and it's just so much better on this side of things. You know what I mean? Shots coming in, Ascendance is quite literally just sending it now to the bottom here.
Oh no, he's got to keep that upright.
Yep. Oh, he does. As Raven survives. Getting pegged now from Sonic's, or excuse me, Gravity.
Excuse me? He's getting
Gravity,
pegged.
excuse me. He's getting pegged by Gravity. Oh, I see what you did there. Yeah.
Yep. Miraculously enough, Ascendants will make it into a compound just next to Ferry Pier, but again, I don't think they got too much pressure from Virtue, so Virtue might be able to sneak up on this. You know, is Gravity doing the majority of the pressure there. And oh my god, look, we got exactly the same situation over
Yeah,
on Pachinki Highway
Veritas and
through the valley.
Except this time it's Zenith being held up by Veritas as opposed to the other way around. Zenith, I mean, very precariously here on foot. I mean, that barn position, sure, you use it to scout, but I mean, it's not in. And even with that vehicle, I'm sure Veritas has heard that. And so what is Zenith going to do here? I mean, they've obviously committed to the fight.
Yeah, and I mean, the thing is, this is a big fight. We talked earlier about how strong Veritas' position is, but come this hard shift back away from the water, actually,
Jazz has been knocked.
Jazza, that's a big opening. If Zenith are able to capitalize on that, close some of the distance. I mean, Liberate is still a factor. They're on the other side of the hill as well. But Veritas losing Michael as well. There's 2 knocked on Veritas right now.
This is huge for Zenith. This is absolutely huge. This is the opportunity they needed to push up. And there it is. That's the shift you were talking about. It had to go
pushed
there.
all the way up. Sonics have actually come all the way out of the yellow here. They want to capitalize on the knock that they got. There's now going to be 3 teams fighting for this high ground up here.
This is the same 3 teams on the north. Sonics was in on the north again. Shots coming out from Tig. He's going to get the first knock. Can he get the flush? He does. Michael, meanwhile, down on the other side as well. This is falling apart for Veritas. Oh, it's so good. He's done. He's done. The jump! I respect it.
Just a flaming Jazzer comes jumping out of the shack.
Oh, the implications of that sentence. Here we go. Zenith now. That was an absolutely wild fight, but so unfortunate. But look, Liberate now has also caught wind of this. They're coming out on the north side as well. So now it's Zenith all bunched up. Coming in, have to defend against Sonics as well as Liberate.
Yeah, I mean, Zenith, the problem is they can't take their eyes off Sonics right now, and all of this time they're staring towards the west. It's time that Liberate are able to close this gap. Baha Waka actually getting within nade range right now. Poonage looking for some close contact here.
This is massive. What was that a flash?
No, it's a nade!
That was actually a genius nade!
I mean, he nearly landed it as well. 3 of Zenith will fall right now. Only 1 stands. You see his kickstart actually going to get Strimsy down. The spray from H-Wind through the smoke, not good. Sonics lose 2 through this as well. Everybody losing out on this fight right now. Liberate still coming up on the east side of the hill. And they've got Rumblers on top of them now. What is going on?
This is madness. There's nowhere else to play. These teams have to fight on the edge. Hello, Senpais.
I was going to say, before this fight kicked off, I was going to say, whoever wins the fight of the high ground is going to be able to farm the field, but there's not going to be any players left, God's
right. There's not going to be any players left. I mean, that road that you see them on is probably one of the best positions to get on the other side of the hill and see, but there's just teams everywhere. And not only are there teams everywhere, there's teams falling everywhere. Members getting picked off left to right, and we haven't even, that's just the north. We haven't even gone back to the southwest.
Oh my God.
That was insanity. That was absolutely insanity. Veritas, a team we thought had one of the best positions because of those shifts, got sandwiched by 3 different teams. And now Oath trying to get past here. They're setting it into the shack.
Steezy! He got both of them off the bike. Relo and Snakers will fall to 3 kills. The rest of Oath now coming up in the UAV. Pat Capstan Bail. Don't send it in.
Oh, he blocked the entrance for himself. Not like this.
No.
Tactical 8 picking up so many kills and Steezy able to hold. I think whoever was driving that bike tried to send it so that if they got knocked, it would hit Steezy, but he got both. What is going on? And Take did lose Lush, but they wiped Oath. That was tragic.
They should be able. They should be able to reset here. Gravity have an open line of sight through, but Proton Snake actually flexing out of the compound. Lipsim will find Tadine up on the hillside.
This is madness.
He's way out there. What is he doing up there?
I think he was trying to go for a foot push, maybe get underneath Gravity, but it didn't work out. He's got knocked. Sociopath finally getting some heals up, but now both of these teams don't really have to engage, to be completely honest, at least at this moment. So they can kind of back off of this, but that I'm still just my hands are on my head about that Oath push. That was wild. That was absolutely wild.
29 phase 4. 29 alive phase 4. It's a game 6 scrims.
That's true. This circle did not lend.
This is wacky, dude.
Anything to any of these teams. Wait, what happened to
Linksy?
Linksy, yeah.
Linksy really got bodied at the shack by. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
This is the shack.
I thought it was just Lobes. It's all 3. It's all 3 of them.
Oh, this is madness. This is absolute
Oh my
madness.
god, what a fantastic game too. Fabled now coming down to take the shack at the hillside. I guess Envy Hill. We can still call it Envy Hill, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's what we called it as well. Used to see
Oh my
Venerated
God.
perched up there all the time.
Venerated would be there at Circle 1. No matter where Circle 1
To be
was,
fair,
Venerated would be there.
He also, I've seen some disgusting plays on that hill from Ven specifically as well.
Clueless though, pulling up on the backside. Fabled got a pinch back. We
He's
know
gonna
that
see
they're
it.
split. Yeah, Hella has to hold the line. Sharu actually, I mean, dumping on Hella to be honest with you.
He turned on a really.
That's going to be the full back signal. Rip going to send it in the US to another shack. So they got 2 shack players, and then Axeti's still up with the yellows.
That's unfortunate for Hella. I mean, he didn't really turn on her, but he snapped. I mean, I thought for sure she'd get the knock there. But I mean, that just goes to show you, Sharu is not one to be trifled with. And now this fight is going to start to take precedence because PDS, they have to move out. Gravity is not in, and it's just TAC 8 underneath who could potentially swipe up more kills. Sociopath, you're driving into a very dangerous position here into the open field. He's going to find a rock, but Sonic's still to the north. They might actually see this.
Yeah, somehow not punished by Gravity just yet. I mean, if they're playing the Corn Shuckers rock, they should be able to see this position.
Well, they have that hill too.
I mean, they're getting pressured. I can see some tags coming in from TAC 8. 8 kills from Gravity already. What? I mean, they absolutely farmed on Tactical 8 and Oath, right? They were getting a lot of damage in during that crash.
They were, but TAC 8 only lost 1, so I'm trying to remember exactly who. I mean, Gravity's been fragging, but I'm guessing, Pac, it was probably when we were watching that massive fight up into the north.
Yeah.
And now this is where we start to see the pains of the circle and playing it. I mean, there's really nothing left but shacks and barrels and rocks in that field. Obviously, I think this next circle is probably going to shift a little bit off Duel's position, and there's only 2 of them left as Rip is actually the last mainstay there on Envy Hill. Not Envy Hill. But...
Wait. Tell me that's some kind of weird new bug. How has Ice Tech got to the south coast when Liberate were fighting on Pachinki Valley?
I just saw him. I have no idea how he got here.
He is alive and well.
How did he get here? Sir?
Excuse me. I'm going to need to ask you a few questions.
Oh, Gravity getting absolutely torn. Oh!
What is going on here? What is going on? Okay. Tactical 8 somehow getting a lot of damage onto Gravity as they come in, but Gravity did deal with the Hardshift members on the way in there.
Yeah, but there's still 1 Hardshift member left. This actually would be a fantastic opportunity for TAC 8 to crash that.
Oh, Williams on the silent pull up. He's got 3 Molotovs and 3 nades.
He also saw his bike is silent. He turned the motor off. What a genius play.
This is it. Dead. 100% dead. Okay. Don't win! Oh my god. Okay. That just upset me.
The play was so beautiful from William coming in. He cut the engine. He cruised in. They had no idea. But then...
He didn't need to challenge the smoke at all.
He didn't. Wait, did Hardshift stop?
No, the Hardshift, there was 1 Hardshift member of that other shack.
Yeah, and then the other 3. You're right.
Yes.
You're right. I got confused. There was a lot going on. I apologize.
Somehow, there's 2 members of Sonic still alive. As I say that, Tiggleton will fall and a nade will come over towards H-Win. But 8 kills for them.
8 kills.
I did say that they had a really strong position once that circle shifted to the edge of Mime's building. And okay, there we go. He does find another angle underneath the Dacia, but
it was rough. Even still, though, a good amount of kills. Sonic's still doing just fine, placing 3rd in the last game as well.
I mean, if it wasn't 23 other players on top of the hill, maybe 1 team would have come out unscathed.
And this is a bloodbath. TC just running through the open, shooting as they go, leapfrogging. I really like this. They don't have any They don't really have any other choice. Shrew's gonna make it here. He's gonna go for the nades.
Could be a big nade. It could be a big nade.
Yes.
Oh, it's money.
Yes.
It's money.
So much damage. And Penta's actually gonna find a knock onto Greg Shot with a bolt. Ooh, Penta bolting. That's a throwback. Naxeti's the last defense here. for Fable as they try to get in the shack and recover. Greg Shot should be able to get up. That Molly's just going to go a little too far. Shrew's going to be okay. And I feel like Hardships potentially have a really good opportunity to just take a peek here and really put some damage on the circle. Especially with that shift.
Yeah. Again, this is one that, you can slow play this out. As long as your shack's in, you're banking placement points.
Yeah.
You let all the other teams do the hard work for you. Haxetti with some really
Beautiful
nice peeks
shots
there onto Nick, actually. Landed a couple of tags with the SLI. He's still got the Grozer in his back pocket. We did hear it singing a second ago. Shrew, he's unlucky not to get... I mean, they got level 3 gear. Obviously, they got the crate earlier on. But Shrew was unlucky not to get a knock with that nade on the way in.
And I also want to point out, TAC8 still survives. They're still doing well, and they've gotten at least 4 kills, I think, so far. But what's Shrew's play here now? He's got smokes. He's really got to make something happen. That rock, that cover. Oh!
He's unlucky not to get more damage off with that spray as well. It looked good.
Yeah, that spray looked really good. I mean, Clueless is in so much trouble here.
Yeah.
They need knocks. They have to get knocks. I mean, I think they're all out of utility at this point. You see them on their bellies just snaking around on the dirt. Shrew's the only one really looking for, that knock. And to be completely honest, at this point, it might just be best to go for broke. I mean, you're snaking for little points. Nice knock.
No way, that was disgusting.
Oh,
he nearly got the second. Oh my word.
Hambino. If he could have got a knock there on the crossing Haxetti, that would have been massive. Loeb's going to find Sherry.
I was going to say they will reset, get the res. Hambino, it's just a matter of time. It's spotted him out. Haxetti can see him. And there you go. That'll be Clueless out in 5th place, but a good game from them nonetheless. So,
yeah.
Can't be disappointed with that.
And really, it's just down to... It's down to... Penta and Steezy has the last 2 solos in this game, and Hardshift still with a really good position here, but this next shift will be very telling. It's going to push one of these teams out, or even both, as Haxetti is going to find Penta. He is going to fall in 4th place for duel.
Right, now what I want to see is some 2017 Zampa action from one of Hardshifts. Get on top of the roof of the shack and start shooting at stuff, and actually nobody in this next circle.
Yep. This is the fairest way, I think, to end this game. if there is a fair.
I mean, after all we've seen, yes.
But I love how active Fable has been in moving and making sure they have position, holding out, flexing even what little they could off of a shack. I mean, they've stayed very active in this endgame, and they have 6 kills, and they definitely do deserve them.
Yeah, Hardshift's now looking to get a little bit of ground in, but Fabled, I mean, you called it perfectly.
Steezy
they've gone straight in and taken space.
Yeah, they have. Steezy just looks like the most delicious point to both of these teams.
Foaming at the mouth before they have to take the team fight.
Yep. Really trying to finish that last piece of the appetizer before they get into the main course. And there it is. It's going to be Greg Shot. He's going to find Steezy. Nice try, buddy. 3rd place. Another really strong showing for T8 at the start of this group stage.
Loeb's now in a vehicle. Going to try and find something, maybe a little bit of terrain, maybe a hay bale to... Well, actually, this could come apart for Fabled here. Yeah. They had the early control.
I will say what I've noticed, at least from Hardshifts, is their...
second one?
No. Oh, so close. Hardshifts' ability to start closing in on endgame circles, their positioning, I mean, if we're looking at the last game and this game, has definitely improved. And Haxetti's going to fall. He's not going to give the point. And just like that, wow. Hardshifts. I don't want to count out the last member here yet, but the way that...
I'm not saying it's over, but it's looking like it's over.
The way that they're playing and the control that they have here is just... I'm really impressed with Hardshifts. I mean, this is one of my favorite teams to watch. This is one of the teams I like to root for. Shots coming in. Is he going to find it? No, that's a knock. Wait a minute.
AK versus Beryl? Question mark.
Wait a minute.
I mean, actually...
He has 2 mollies.
For the res here. Yeah.
You have mollies. You know where that knock is.
Unlucky.
I think
Unlucky.
honestly, those mollies could have potentially changed the outcome of that game.
Yeah, I mean,